Hi guys. How are you doing? Oh my gosh, I cheered.
Great. Thank you all for joining us. We have Executive Vice President and General Manager Curt Miller alongside Head Coach Chris Koclanes. We will start with questions from the room before we transition over to Zoom. When called upon, please state your name, affiliation, and who your question is for. If you're on Zoom, please use the raise hand function and stay muted unless called upon. We'll go ahead and open questions to the room. We'll start here.
Tyler Matisse from The Athletic. When did you guys officially decide it was going to be Bueckers at number one? And excuse me, at any point did you consider trading the pick?
I'll start with that part. No, we were never going to trade the pick. I think from the moment as it went viral, as you saw my reaction of winning the draft lottery, that we knew we had a special opportunity. And very early on, it was Paige and Paige only. And she's such a special player. So very fortunate. It takes us all the way back to that draft lottery when we won it. We knew we had an incredible opportunity.
I'm Forrest from Sudan. This is for both of you guys. Can you talk about Aziaha James coming in and what are you expecting from her coming into the season?
Yeah, excited that Aziaha dropped to us at 12. We were super excited. She can score it. She's just a bucket. So we're really excited that we've got somebody coming in who can just be instant offense at all three levels. And is just a dog. She has that mentality. She's fearless. Has proved it throughout her college career. So we're excited to add her to the bunch.
We just talked to her and she mentioned the first thing she said was, "You got your dog," because we talked about that's what we were looking for. And again, we used the word drop. We did not expect her to get to 12. So that was a huge pickup for us.
Rush Olson from the Fort Worth Weekly. What do you see, Coach, in Paige Bueckers' game that you feel might complement Enrique's game?
I think she's just so unselfish. She can take over a game when she wants to and when she needs to, but she just has such great feel for getting others involved. And that's something that's really special. So you put that next to Enrique, and I feel together they'll be able to play off of each other and read, who's going, who needs a touch. Maybe I need to be more aggressive. Maybe I need to defer in this moment. But love just her mindset of getting others involved. So I think they'll mesh well together.
Jordan Michelle with Clutch Points. This is for either of you. You guys think that Paige can have a similar impact to what Caitlin did in Indiana last year?
Paige is herself, right? And she's her own story. And what we've seen number one picks do to franchises around the league, it is something truly special. The trajectory of your team, the momentum that it brings. Paige will do it in her own way, and her efficiency, her unselfishness, her ability to take over when needed. I think you're gonna see her really impact this franchise.
Thank you.
Anthony Council with Texas Metro News. What does Paige bring to the culture for the Dallas Wings?
Yeah, hoping a lot. Leaning on all her experiences at UConn. Just the daily pressures and expectations that she's had to deal with and how she navigates that with such gratitude and appreciation. I can't wait for that to be here and to be around all of us with just that energy that she brings. So looking forward to her bringing all that she's learned from UConn and helping us to establish a strong foundation here that'll help us build something sustainable.
Dia Wall from WFAA. You guys have known about the pick for a while, of course, but just kind of describe the moment when it's official, it flashes on your screen, and you weren't that far. So did you hear the people in the arena for both of you?
Yeah, just surreal, right? Like you work so hard in the off season preparing for that moment, as the players do, but as a staff, the same thing, right? And then it's there, and you realize it, and it's real, and it's just kind of. It's still surprising and shocking that happened. So just grateful that it unfolded the way it did.
I've been in the league for over a decade, but never had a number one pick. And we've successfully picked a lot of people, and our track record together is success with those later first round picks because of all the success we had in Connecticut and second round picks. So this was new. So today truly felt like Christmas morning, like when we woke up this morning, it was like, this is really happening, and having the number one pick for even someone that's been in the league over a decade now is truly special.
Jeff Miller for D Magazine. When you combine this draft with the move downtown a year from now, what do you see as the trajectory for this franchise? Please.
I think no limits. I think, there's no ceilings. The practice facility is so important on a daily basis and is a game changer for Dallas. And the commitment by the city, the commitment by our ownership. This doesn't happen without a true commitment and vision for this franchise by our ownership group. But it puts us even on a higher trajectory. Our practice facility won't take a backseat to anyone's. We can't wait as it continues to take shape. We get to see the insides and the designing of everything right now, and it just is truly exciting for these players on what they're going to be able to play in the future.
Coach, or I'm offer you some advice in coaching in Paige. So how would you say your experience as a collegiate coach would prepare you to coach a player like her at the next level?
Yeah, I think my experiences collegiately and also my experiences previously in the W. I love this league because it's such a collaboration. So I want to be challenged, and he said that, right? Be prepared to be challenged. And I'm excited because I look forward to working with these players and partnering with them, earning their respect and trust daily, and then empowering them and giving them space to challenge us right back. So that's a healthy balance, and it raises both of our levels. So I'm really excited about that aspect.
Anyone else in the room?
For Curt. So Paige also signed a contract with Unrivaled. That's sort of unusual in the world of sports as we've known it up to this time. What do you make of that, and what it sort of says about, sort of where the women's game is right now?
Yeah, I'm excited for her to not have to go overseas. Excited for our entire league and especially our top players to be able to stay over here and play in another league. For as long as I can remember, we've chased contracts overseas. So, just really excited for the game, the eyes on women's basketball. As someone that's been in the game 35 years, I've always been very bullish that our product is outstanding, but it's now we have more fandom, we have more eyes on our game than ever, and our product's always been tremendous. We just needed a spark to get more eyes on our game, and we have it now. And so it's a really, really exciting time for women's basketball.
Okay, we'll go over to Zoom. Dorothy, if you'd like to start us off.
Hi, Dorothy Gentry, also with D Magazine. This is
Dorothy,
for
are you
Coach.
there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah, can you hear
We'll
me?
go to Andy.
Hi, Andy Lipton.
Andy on Zoom.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Playing on the computer.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No? Can you guys hear me?
Rob
guys hear me?
on Zoom.
Yeah, Rob T. Johnson. Can you guys hear
Only
me?
they can hear you based on what somebody just sent me on Slack.
Can
Rob, are you there?
Rob T. Johnson from Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Rob T. Johnson from the Podium Finish. My question's for Curt and for Coach. Paige Bueckers expressed her excitement to be with the Wings in terms of the pieces in place, the leadership and coaching staff. So for each of you, what does it mean knowing you'll gain a player like Paige and then what you can bring to the table and also bring in hype and excitement for the Dallas sports market?
There's just so much momentum, right? And so from free agency to all of the offseason investments with the practice facility, the arena coming, and now you add Paige to that along with our other draftees. And we just want to bottle that up and keep it going, right? We want to build on it. So just really excited with all that she represents on and off the floor. Just think she's going to be such an important piece and can really have an impact immediately in again, helping us to just establish a strong foundation here in Dallas.
Okay, we'll go to Dorothy.
Hi, Coach. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Kurt. Hi, Coach. Coach, this question is for you. Because of Paige's like her playmaking skills, her ability to run the offense at a high level, how does she fill the gap for you guys at point guard? And how do you plan on using her? Thank you.
I think what makes her special is what you just said. She can fill the gap, and she can fill whatever gap. So we can put her on the ball, we can put her off the ball, and she'll be just as good, just as efficient, just as effective, and most importantly, just as willing. And I think that speaks to her unselfishness. So I'm excited as a coach to be able to talk to her and find out what works and what areas of the floor and what actions, but ultimately knowing, that she has that unselfish characteristic and is willing to do what it takes.
Okay, we'll go to Alexa.
Hi guys, congratulations. I'm whispering because I'm in the workroom in New York. So hopefully you can hear me. But I just wanted to ask, just watching Paige a lot in person over this last season, what has stuck out about her game that you might not have necessarily known before really getting that up close look?
I think a couple of things. I think one, again, just speaking to her feel for getting others involved. Like, I just think it's impressive that she understands that it's a team game and it's not just about her, and she needs others' help, and she's willing. And then when she needs to take over and needs to be more aggressive, she's capable. So I really respect that portion of her game. And then again, the efficiency is off the charts, right? All the numbers, all the accolades are just insane, and they speak for themselves. But I think it's more the intangibles, and the way she just handles everything with such gratitude and grace is just extremely impressive.
Okay, last one.
I'll add real quick. Alexa, good to hear from you. Hope New York's well. Alexa, I think one of the things that's really special that you got to watch this year is just how she was able to navigate the pressure. I'm not sure, my involvement in the game, that there was more pressure on a player to have to win a national championship to define her legacy more than what Paige had to be feeling. So to watch her navigate that pressure and thrive through it is something we all see. The efficiency, we've all seen the talent since the minute she walked on campus. But to watch her navigate the pressure that she had to feel this year was truly special.
Appreciate it.
Last one on Zoom to Andy.
Hey, thanks, Pam. Hey, Andy Lipton with Leading the Break. This question is for Chris, kind of a follow-up to Dorothy's question. With Taisha, Dejanay, Arike, do you see Paige maybe playing the 3 a lot?
I see us exploring all sorts of combinations. I'm excited about the versatility within our roster. And as a coach, right, you couldn't ask for more, right? When you have pieces that you can slide around and figure out the best combinations, that excites me. And I'm looking forward to camp and figuring out, what those pieces look like all together and how we can make it all fit.
Thanks very much. Congratulations, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all.